In this video, I'm going to share the fastest way to learn coding and actually become a coder. If I say there are only 5 key things that you need to practice, don't believe me? Then let me share a few examples first. Gwendolyn Faraday was working full-time at a restaurant and caring for her grandmother when she decided to dive into coding. And here is Elvis. He started learning to code without a laptop, using only feature phone. Despite these challenges, he learned coding and eventually landed a job at MIT startup. And this is Danny, hanging out with his kids. Danny had a different career path before he decided to switch to coding. He started from a non-technical background. And the next one could be you. If I can do it, they can do it, why not you? Think about it. And now let me share the 5 key elements which are common in all of these. By the way, these key elements are really language agnostic. So it means if you want to learn C#, VB.NET, Python, still you can use these habits and they will work. And the first one is consistency. Consistency is the key. I can't emphasize more than this. If you're not consistent, nothing will work for you. So you have to be consistent, and consistency is the key. This is common in all these success stories. There is no substitute for consistency. So quickly, let me go back to my first example with Gwendolyn. She worked hard every day non-stop for 2 hours. She was doing everyday practice of coding for at least 2 hours. I'm not saying you start coding every day for 2 hours, but just start it. Maybe make a habit to do coding 30 minutes every single day without a break. Gwendolyn was working in a restaurant and taking care of her grandmother, but she was spending time on coding in the night. So you can't make any more excuse like you have no time or you are so busy. It's all about prioritization. If she can do it, why not you? And the next key point is incremental learning. A key aspect of incremental learning is divide your learning into smaller chunks. So every single chunk focus on just one specific thing. Then there is sequential progression. You should follow a logical sequence in the learning process, where each new piece of information builds upon the previous one. For example, when you wake up in the morning and your aim is to get ready for the office, what you do first? You might brush your teeth and then wash your face and so on. Do you see what I mean? You are getting ready in chunks, in steps. The same approach you have to use here when I say incremental learning. And the third step is to create a distraction-free environment. Let's say you are consistent and you are practicing incremental learning. But what happens if your environment is not distraction-free? If your phone is buzzing or ringing every few seconds, or if you find yourself constantly wanting to check social media, you are not truly improving. Motivation alone is not enough. Even without a right environment, a most motivated person will struggle to succeed. And I truly understand, sometimes you don't have a perfect environment, but trust me, focus on those things which you can control. Try to improve your environment. Don't focus on those things which are beyond your control. Even a small significant improvement gives you huge success. Create a space that minimizes distractions as much as possible to maintain your focus and productivity. Trust me, even a small change can bring a big difference. And the next one is set clear goals. Knowing exactly what you want to achieve gives you right direction and motivation. Your goals should be smart, especially when you are learning, especially when you are just starting. And SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's go through the SMARTs very quickly. The first is specific. You have to be very specific. For example, I will learn Python, or I will learn Python fundamentals. It's more specific. Measurable. Ensure your goals are measurable. For example, I will complete 10 exercises on Python fundamentals. And then achievable. Set a realistic deadlines. For example, I will master Python in 1 hour. Or I will master Python fundamentals in 1 week. Do you see the difference? Now let's jump to the next one. Relevant. Ensure your goals are relevant to the overall learning objective. And finally, time bound. For example, I will learn Python in 7 days. Of course, this is just an example. By using SMART goals, you can create a clear roadmap for your own journey. And the next one, probably the most important one, is find a mentor. And this is really important for 2 reasons. First, direction. Without a mentor, you might go in wrong direction and you might waste your time and efforts. Second, a mentor increases your accountability and provide personalized feedback. And of course, feedback is really important. It gives you a chance to improve in those areas where you are not really good. And by following these steps, you can significantly enhance your learning journey. If you're serious in your coding journey and need help, then I'm here to help. You can ask me any questions in the comment or by email. I'm on a mission to help 1 million developers to get their dream job. And I'm going to start with one. Are you ready? If yes, then join the community link in the description. Soon I will announce something really big. And also I will recommend you to watch this video. Coding was hard until I learned these 3 things. And remember, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. And it's your time to take your first single step.